your micro brain on climate.
Right, hello. I'm in the garden and I'm on the hunt for a pile of poo. I saw it the other day. I can't remember where it was. I'm going to try and find it again. Now, this is what I do for you, dear listeners. The poo in question, I'm pretty sure, was not done by me. It was done by a cat. I don't think it was done by Maggie Cat, because I expect she does her poo next door, just to annoy the neighbours. But I was out here the other day, I saw the poo, and actually what I saw first of all was not the poo, it was the flies. A happy, munching little cloud of flies circling around something which upon inspection turned out to be a poo. So when I saw it, I thought the following things all at once. Firstly, I thought, what bloody cat has done that? It better not be you, Maggie. Then I thought, and this is kind of mostly what I thought, flies, that's pretty gross. This is all pretty disgusting. What am I doing hanging around these flies? Yuck. But then I also thought, wow, isn't this all amazing? Isn't nature amazing? Come over, Brian Cox. Isn't nature amazing? I can't find the poo. I think it's gone away. I think it has been eaten by flies. Which makes me think, right, where would we be without flies? Knee deep in poo, that's where we'd be. But yet, we have that grossy reaction. We hate flies, don't we? Even me, militant vegan, though I have long been, do not like flies in my face. Well, why not? I mean, look, obviously the poo association is a big part of it. Flies, poo, bad things kill us. But it's not just flies, is it? It's all them little things. It's like ants and fleas and wasps. Definitely mosquitoes. Anything that we find irritating, buzzy, nibbly, or just generally is in the mood to mess up our nice, quiet sit down on the grass gets right on our wick. And so we buy pesticides, don't we? We buy ant killer to kill the ants, wasp killer to extinguish the wasps, and fly killer by the bucket load to kill all flies. We call them pests. Having called them pests, then we kill them. So I was thinking all of this whilst looking at the poo, and all of it made me think that I'd like to rerun for you a little bit of a brilliant chat I had about this back in 2023. Sorry for the police car. I live in South London. That happens. The chat was with the wonderful Erica McAllister, one of the world's leading experts in small buzzing things, flies, fleas, and all things irritating and unloved. She works over at the Natural History Museum here in stinky London. I'd met Erica a few weeks before our chat. I just loved the way she talked with passion and verve and style about flies and fleas, and the way she brought their icky but majestic lives to life. So shut up and listen. But look, fine, you're thinking. This isn't a natural history show, Dave. It's about brains. But look, what we actually talked about mostly was why it is that humans find small buzzing things, flies and fleas and all the rest of it, so horrid, in a way that we don't find pandas horrid. And why is it that vast industries exist that sell things to kill them all, and even those of us what are greeny sometimes get lured to buy them? Can we really, really, actually now, be real, learn to love flies? What do you think when you go into like a Sainsbury's or a garden centre and you see fly killer everywhere? Like, have we got a problem as a species that is kind of part of the bigger problem that we've got with nosing the planet when it comes to squishing all the flies, do you think?
Oh, I went to a garden centre at the weekend. I have a problem, a real love-hate relationship with garden centres. I think it's really good to encourage people to be out in your gardens and think about that. But then you have all these imported plants, and then you have this wall-to-wall kill zone. Yeah. And it is kill your slugs, kill the rats, kill the bees, kill the ants, kill the flies, kill everything. And it's like, wow. It really is wow, because I don't know who's trying to create something here. It's like, telling you that ants are bad. I mean, how on earth can ants be bad? The flies, most of them are pollinators. So you're wiping out so many important gardeners' friends by this wall. And what is interesting, when we talk about the bees, baby bees do nothing. They sit at home being fed, being looked after by their aunties, doing nothing but that. Baby flies are out there from day dot. They're working away. They're either recycling all the nutrients or they're getting rid of a lot of pests as well. What looks like this kind of slimy bit of bird feces crawling along your plant is actually a baby hoverfly that is a vicious predator and needs about 600 aphids before it becomes an adult. So having this display in a garden centre just fills me with both horror and complete sadness. If we really want to start up our crops and things like that, we've got to encourage in these local pollinators and these local predators to help sort us out, not dumping a specific, chemicals that will wipe out absolutely everything. This is just madness.
I know this, I accept this is a big question, but that's kind of the point of this podcast. How do we get in our brains from the mindset that we've got in our comfy little Western worlds of destroy all the bad things that shouldn't be here to one that goes, actually, maybe the bad things are good things? Is it an education thing? You're big into the education side of it. Is that part of it?
Yeah, definitely think there's a lot to do with education. Going back, I think from primary school, from a very early age, we need to kind of re-educate and say, what is this? And I mean, food is we talked about this in How We Met with Generation Hope. Food is a big part of our culture and our understanding and a global culture. And we talk about that. And so we've got to think about where we get the food from, what the food is. And so I think, going back to understanding how the food is generated, how it's made, we can appreciate it more. And therefore, we can appreciate all the pollinators and everything associated with it. We're very glib. We say bees and other pollinators. And in doing so, you've just hidden the identity of many thousands of species that are doing so much important work. And so I think we have to have better education then. I would like a big management to take ownership, or if they can't, to be forced on them. I think we need to say more on our products about how the food is made. I think we need to say where it's come from, whether it's done by organic farming or what chemicals are put on it. I think we should just be really totally honest and say, look, do you know what? This is all making an impact. It's going to be huge, but I think, they should take the brunt of the finance of these sorts of things. They've taken so much from the environment, and creating more and more agrochemicals is just going to create a dearth of food in the future. I don't get it. I get really angry about this.
Your micro brain on climate.
I hope you enjoyed that microdose of your brain on climate. For more of that chat with Erica McAllister, have a listen to episode 17. And look, if you're pottering about in your garden, observing flies, looking for poo, and you want something to put in your ear holes while you're doing it, do check out the back catalogue. I hope you enjoyed. If you're a regular listener or even a new listener that likes what I do, please remember Erica and all my guests are paid for their time, and it's only little old me doing this. There's no huge podcast production empire behind this, which I know shows, so I'd love your support at patreon.com/yourbrainonclimate. And a 5-star review and a written review would do enormous things. Listen, we need to strike back against the climate trolls. There are people going around awarding climate podcasts like me 1 star. I've had a flurry of them. I'm not saying this podcast is necessarily world-breaking, but it's not 1 star. So people are doing it on purpose to push this sort of thing down the charts. Strike back, push it up the charts, give it a review. Thanks. Okay, I will be back soon. Until then, keep it real and have a jolly good look out for nature being amazing. Okay, bye.